Okay, we're going to need to elect a temporary
Sorry,
chair.
I'm late.
Okay, I'd like to nominate Claire McKenzie as chair.
No,
Yes, yes, otherwise the meeting will last 4 hours.
all right, okay.
And we know you're on vacation, so.
I'm flattered. Okay. I accept. Let's
Okay,
vote.
anybody like to second it? Isn't somebody gonna second my nomination for Claire
Second.
McKenzie?
I seconded it. I guess you guys couldn't hear me. I kept saying I seconded, but I didn't realize I was muted.
Thank you, I guess.
But we haven't taken attendance yet in roll call, I guess. Do we need to do that
Well,
first?
first to take a roll on the
Yeah.
appointment. Who would take that role?
Carrie Lynn silenced.
You're
Is the
muted, Carrie.
clerk attending? We don't have a clerk here. I
Yeah,
just
we need
noticed.
Yeah, Viesha's here.
Viesha.
Hi,
Oh, okay,
Viesha.
okay.
Hi, Viesha.
You can take the roll on the appointment,
I
Viesha?
think we take the roll call first and then the appointment, right?
Okay.
Okay, roll call first. Okay, trustee
Right.
Jones,
Here,
trustee Karaboda,
Here.
trustee Sweeney,
Here,
trustee McKenzie.
Here.
Okay, on the nomination. Trustee Jones,
yes,
trustee Karaboda,
Yes.
trustee Sweeney,
yes.
trustee McKenzie.
Yes. Okay, guys, we have one thing to accomplish, and that is to adopt
the budget.
the budget, the
It's the
proposed
tentative
budget.
town fund general assistance and road district budgets.
Claire, can may I suggest that you read that, we have exemption from the Open Meetings Act by,
Oh, you know what,
Agenda.
guys? I do not have
I would be
my-
happy to read that for you if you don't
I
have
can
it.
read
Thank
it
you.
for
Could
you
you
if you like.
please?
Okay, I will.
Thank you.
Notice is hereby given that a special township board meeting of the Maine Township Board, Cook County, Illinois, will be given on Monday, March 15th, 2021 at 4 p.m. in accordance with section 80-10B of the Illinois Township Code 60 ILCS 1/80-10B. Said meeting has been called by the township trustees. This meeting will be conducted by audio or video conference without a physically present quorum of the Maine Township Board because of the disaster declaration related to COVID-19 public health concerns affecting the township. The township supervisor determined that an in-person meeting at the township building with all participants is not practical or prudent because of the disaster. Township officials and legal counsel will not be physically present at the township building if that is unfeasible due to the disaster. Physical public attendance at the township building may be limited or not be feasible, so alternative arrangements for public access to public hearing are available here, and it's got a link to obtain the password. The information was given to connect with Richard Lyon, and all of that has been, the meeting has been recorded on audio or video recorded and made available to the public as provided by law, and it will be held for purposes of considering the following agenda meeting. There is a call to order at 4 p.m., Pledge of Allegiance, roll call, and then public participation, adoption of the tentative town fund / general assistance and road district budgets, the setting of the public hearings for town fund and general.
Not supposed to read the agenda. Nobody ever did that.
And that's it.
Thank you,
Okay.
trustee Sweeney.
Okay, so now that we have that all done, do I have a motion to?
We have to do the
adopt-
Pledge of Allegiance first. Sorry, that's on the agenda.
Oh, okay. Then
So if
somebody.
anybody has a flag.
I got a flag right here.
All right, beautiful.
Okay, I'm gonna.
All right,
Video.
Pledge allegiance
do the
To the
flag.
flag
of the United
of the
States of
United States of
America
America.
and to the
and
republic,
Republic for which
which
it
it
stands,
stands,
one nation,
one nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty.
liberty
Liberty
and
and justice
justice for all.
justice for all.
Amen.
Thank you.
Yay.
Okay.
Always.
Okay, now what's on the agenda?
Public participation?
First agenda is adoption of tentative town fund and general assistance and road district budgets.
I believe we
Not
have public participation
participation?
first.
Oh, I'm sorry. I stand
Okay.
corrected.
Is there any public participation? Okay, it doesn't look like it. We only have Earl joining us, I think, from outside. Okay, So we don't have any public participation. Can we go to the next item of business, which is to adopt the tentative budgets for all budgets? If
I move-
somebody, that
I would make
motion,
a motion to adopt for adoption of tentative town fund / general assistance and road district budgets.
Second,
thank you. Any further discussion on this? Yes, Susan?
I move to
Or
amend.
Trustee Sweeney, excuse me.
Yes. I move that this motion be amended by, and I'm speaking specifically that these two, first of all, that we consider each budget separately, the town fund and general assistance as separate from the road district and budget in my amendment. My amendment pertains just specifically to town fund and general assistance. That we reduce that we adopt the budget and ordinance proposal for 2021. It's ordinance number 2021-2 with the, as presented in the board packet, with the reduction of the 3% salaries that are factored into this budget, and that we reduce it by the 7% healthcare increase that's factored into the budget, and adopt it. Let's those two numbers taken out, the 3% for salaries and 7% for.
Susan, you realize this is a tentative budget, right?
I
You know
do.
this is tentative, so this is going to change, and you can make those amendments when we actually pass the budget.
I would like a vote on the motion to amend.
I think so. You need to make it a motion to adopt the tentative budget.
Right, a motion, I'm amending the tentative budget as presented by reducing both the 3% by 3% in the salary line items and 7% in the healthcare.
But
Okay,
I don't think that's appropriate. I mean, it's a tentative budget. We can discuss that when we actually approve a budget or the budget.
We can vote on that now. I'm
Yeah.
proposing an amendment, so we are required to vote on amendments.
Carrie
Yeah.
Lynn, can I ask a question? If I'm making further changes to this budget, do I not have to present it to the board for them to see it before they sign it?
Well, this is only what we're going to post for 30 days until the public hearing, so it doesn't matter. And
Right.
remember, the budget doesn't guarantee any items will be expended at all. It's just the upper limit of what could possibly be expended. So, and it all can be amended by the new board. So this is just what's going to be posted for 30 days.
Exactly.
Okay, but I mean, we do have an amendment, an amended motion on the table, and I mean, it's just 2 line items. I mean, we can easily figure out whether or not we agree to, I mean, we can adjust line items, but I do recall the 7% health insurance increase, right? That's what you're
Yes.
referring to?
Yes.
Okay, and I totally agree that we were already saying that we thought that the health insurance at the Rolls-Royce, Cadillac, whatever you want to call the plan, much more luxe than the average plan, that we needed to start changing that. And we had given it 1 more year, and we wanted it reduced, not increased. So I totally get that. But I don't remember the 3% salary increase. I don't remember, was that just a straight across the board increase?
For all the salary line items, that's what Dana had said. Yes.
Okay,
I emailed the board. You might have seen it. I know you're on a vacation, Claire, so I'm assuming you're not checking your emails. I don't blame you.
no, I haven't.
I 100% get it, and I don't blame you for not checking. I did email Susan had asked a question about if there
Oh,
was.
yeah, you know what?
Right.
I did see that, Dana. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no, don't worry about it. No, I was assuming you
I'm gonna-
probably wouldn't see it. So I did put, there was a 2% rate of pay increase for the employees. But I did also put in the email that even with that and putting in the money for replacement of the receptionist position, it still was only coming out with, I don't have a copy of the email. I think it was about a $50,000 increase. But again, even just replacing the receptionist position, I would be putting that $40,000 or so money back into the budget, which we didn't spend this year because unfortunately, Tracy Cummings, no longer works here. And so I have been without a receptionist, which we need very badly to replace.
So
I
Dana, just for
put that money back in.
just so I
Okay, so
understand,
this
you
is
did
not-
factor that in, right?
Wait, I was still talking. Okay, so what you're saying is you did, this 3% is not like an across the board salary increase. You are budgeting for the replacement of the receptionist position.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is what I did is I added up all actuals from fiscal year 2021 for the salary line items in all the departments. And it came out to 1.7 million, 1,707,976. If I put back in the salary for the reception position, which I would like to bring back on, and put in a small increase for our employees, which have been working very, very hard during COVID, that the whole increase is 56,000. But again, that's including replacement of an entire position that we lost this past year.
Okay,
Did you
Susan.
factor that in, Dana? That's what I'm asking. That's already factored in, 57,000 for that employee.
Correct.
Okay, so that's factored in. I'm not suggesting,
That's factored in, right?
I'm not suggesting taking that out at all. My motion was just to
Right. No, I understand. I just wanted to explain.
address the 3%.
Correct. No, I
So
understand.
do I have a second on that, on my motion?
Dave, can you second that? Because I don't understand it enough to second it.
Yeah, my comment is this. I was not prepared for this because as we agreed at the workshop, this was simply going to be to get this tentative budget online and get the 30-day time period to run while we continue to go through the numbers. So I'm not prepared to second it at this time.
So can we, Susan, just tentatively, I guess we have to vote on your amendment. Well, I guess not if somebody doesn't second it, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm not in a position to second it because I don't understand it enough. Kim, are you willing to second it?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So
Is there
that-
anything I can do to clarify? Just,
I think that we should do that after we pass the tentative budget. Then we can
Right.
talk about those two line items, because I too would like to talk about the insurance line item.
okay, I mean, I
So
made
then if we
this,
could go back then to the original motion that I have that's seconded, that's now on the table. If I'm wondering, trustee McKenzie, if it's okay if we can call that for vote.
Yes, I would like to. If there's no other further
well, I
discussion,
was trying to make a point in my discussion, but I'll save it for my vote, I guess.
well,
so
I mean, do you have a quick point? Because
It-
we're just paying a tentative budget.
Yeah, it's just that this is factoring in 3% increases for salaries, and I think it's coming at a time during a pandemic where, many residents of our community can't, haven't seen the same, it's, to expect a cost of living adjustment every year and salary increases every year in government, that's not what's happening in the private
Well,
sector.
you get one every year.
So I think, looking at this and what's happened during a pandemic, I don't think it's the time to, vote for salary increases.
You
nor
get
do I
them
think-
every year,
so,
Susan.
nor do I think
All
that.
I'm saying is we're not supposed to
look
be
at
here for this
healthcare.
today.
So-
We're not
Yeah.
supposed to be addressing this today, as we agreed in the
Why
workshop.
don't,
We're
Yeah, why
supposed
don't
to be
we-
voting on a tentative budget and placing a tentative budget on the table. So,
Right, and
don't-
that's what we're doing.
okay, let's vote.
okay.
Call
All
the
right, can
vote.
we call the roll, please? Riesha?
Smart girl, she walked away.
Trustee Jones,
Yeah, yes, for the tentative budget, yes.
right, for the original motion, right? Trustee
Yes.
Carabota,
Just the original motion.
Remember, keeping in mind that it's open to change, obviously, as trustee McKenzie has stressed for us at the meeting, I'm voting yes.
trustee Sweeney,
No,
trustee McKenzie,
Same sentiment that Dave just stated. This is just to pass the tentative budget. There might be some things that we continue discussion on for pass the actual budget, but for the tentative budget, my vote is yes.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, so
And that was for
the
town fund,
motion
right?
passed.
Um,
No,
that
the-
was
And
for-
GA.
That was
fund
for
and
town
GA.
fund separate because I wasn't asking
Oh, I'm
to
sorry. Okay.
address road fund in my move, when I made a,
No, but we
But
adopted.
actually, the original motion was for both, so maybe so that's
Yeah.
for
I was
both.
suggesting we separated because they're two
Yeah,
different.
but we never voted on that, Susan, so.
But
I
they
think-
were together, Susan, so.
Is it good?
Okay, and everything can be changed at the public hearings. The only point is we need to publish something for 30 days, and then at the public hearing, any or all these can be changed.
Right.
And I mean, for my own self, if this is possible, for these, very detailed things that we're considering now, because let's face it, most of the budget items are not objected to. There's only a couple of items or a few items that we want to further discuss. So maybe, to the extent that we have information or proposals that we want to share, it would be really great if we could do that before the meeting, especially not at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock of the day of, because this way we can all put in the time beforehand, because these meetings get really lengthy. And most of it is because we're like thinking out loud and thinking about very stressful things. And it would be better if we all share what we're thinking and what we want each other to consider, me included. I only have a couple things that I think need some discussion. And when it comes down to it, the new board is going to make decisions going forward on the spending for the fiscal year. So we can budget all we want, but the new board is going to be making decisions on many of these things. The new board is going to decide on the health insurance. But with our input, I hope, and with video upon video of what we discussed in previous years, I hope they will take that into account. If they don't, they don't. And whether we make the budget high or low, they're going to be the ultimate decision makers on these
Right.
big
I don't
ticket
disagree.
items.
Now we have trustee McKenzie, we have the setting the public hearings for town fund general assistance budget and road district budget next on the agenda, if that's.
Not gonna happen.
Can we set that for prior to the next board meeting or the April board
That's
meeting?
on today's agenda? I didn't know.
Yes, it
that
is. It's on
That's the
today's-
second item, setting
it's on
setting the
today's agenda.
public hearing.
Oh, okay.
I can't hear
We-
Carrie Lynn.
Yeah, I
Yes.
believe you guys picked a date at your last meeting that you were just going to do it like a half hour before your next meeting.
Oh,
or
that's
the-
right.
The
Right.
one that
That's
occurs
right.
30 days. I don't think you were going to come up with a new day. I think we just had to
Right.
put it on the
We were
agenda.
going to do it on the April meeting and set it for like 7 o'clock or 7:15.
Right.
Right.
So I don't, I mean,
So I would
I have Laura's
then,
input to that,
I
but
would then, I believe with that trustee Sweeney, would you be making a motion to set that for 7 o'clock on April 27th?
yes, on April 20, is it 27th or is it 23rd? Is that,
27th is the Tuesday, I believe. unless I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
23rd is a Friday.
oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, that's correct.
Second,
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, can we call the roll?
And
Aisha?
excuse me, I'm sorry, just
Yes,
perfecting that
Trustee
motion.
Sweeney.
I think we need to have, don't we, Viesha, help me out, but I think we have to have a hearing for town funds and then, and Carrie Lynn comment on this, and then a separate hearing for road district, like.
yeah, we set that for
Hannah
7, we
Park.
set that for 7:15 on the next motion.
So one is 7 and one is 7:15.
Right, so there's going to be a motion coming up next on that one.
Okay, so we're just motioning on the town fund
Yes, 7
7 o'clock.
o'clock for the town fund, right?
and 7:15 for the
And
road.
TA, yes, yes. Trustee Jones,
Yes,
trustee Carabona,
Yes,
trustee Sweeney,
Yes,
trustee McKenzie.
Yes.
I
But
make a
can I
motion
just-
to set the public hearing for the road district fund to be set at 7:15 PM on April 27, 2021.
Second,
Second,
If we can,
All good? Trustee Jones,
Yes,
trustee Carabona,
yes,
trustee Sweeney,
yes.
trustee McKenzie.
yes. But with that said, should we agree to start our bill paying session at 6? Because we have a hard time
I think
finishing
so.
much within the
good
hour.
point.
I agree.
Can we do that? What
So
do we need to-
that would be, I would second trustee McKenzie's motion to set bill pay for 5:30 PM on April 27th.
Or we could do it at 6, Dave, because,
I'm sorry, it's 6
Seven.
o'clock. It's 6 o'clock. Thank you for the correction.
I mean,
Okay, so
could be there
what
earlier
do
if
we
you want.
do, Carrie Lynn, can we add that? Can we do that today? Or do we have to do something else to make that public notice that we're starting bill pay early?
I think we can just direct staff to do that, and then they can post it as a special bill pay meeting. So that would be at any time prior to 48 hours before the start of that meeting.
Okay, Viesha, can you do that?
Yes, yes, that will be on the agenda as a special bill pay, yeah.
Okay, so then,
For 6 o'clock, right, that day?
yeah, so now we have to call the roll on that, right? We have a motion.
Trustee
Second,
Jones,
yes,
trustee Carabota,
Yes,
trustee Sweeney,
Yes,
trustee McKenzie.
yes.
Okay,
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second,
Clarence,
trustee Jones,
yes.
trustee Carabota,
yes.
trustee Sweeney,
yes.
trustee McKenzie.
yes. Thanks, guys.
Say hi to the oranges out there from us.
Thanks for doing it,
okay?
Claire. Enjoy.
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank-